Hello, wonderful people. I'm Alex,
I'm Colin.
and we're here today to talk to you about the trends in the gym, sauna, yoga, and Pilates space. So today's topic is membership pricing in the gym and studio spaces.
Okay, so somebody's opening up a new gym for the first time in 2026 or a studio. What are the most important things they need to think about for their membership pricing?
Well, the first thing is obviously the price. So we see this all the time in the yoga space, mainly people coming from taking bookings by themselves, and their prices are normally 11 or 12 euro for the yoga spaces, and then their membership pricing is always too close to that effectively. So it might be 11 euro for one session, and then they might sell 10 credits for 100 euro. So I'm only saving 10 euro for each one. The bigger, if you want to sell memberships, which is the key to being successful in the fitness industry, in my opinion, you have to have a bigger discrepancy and a bigger value between the price of the pay as you go class to the actual membership pricing. And the thing, when you go from a not having a system to having a system, it's really essential that you know that, because it's fine. Nobody wants to give me 11 euro every time when I come up. They'd rather buy a 10 class pass where I pay 100 euro. It's much easier when you're doing that in person. But when you have a system, people can do maths. Like, they can just look at the thing, and if there's not a good value in that, they'll always pay the pay as you go price. Because especially on our system being the best system, obviously, with a click the price, click the double tap at Apple Pay, and you're booked in. So you don't need to worry about the
So, but
discrepancy.
are people worried about putting up their pay-as-you-go price then?
Yeah, well, I see that all the time. All the time when we're talking to people on the calls, they're always a little bit skeptical, going, "No, I have had Mary here for so long." And I'm like, I always try my best not to get people to up their prices, but just understand that they get the best, they keep their prices the same, but the people have to commit,
Okay.
which is better for long term
They're,
success.
they're and for the members' health as well, they're going more often. So everybody wins.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's what memberships are there for. They're
Yeah.
to give you better value. And again, if they don't commit to the memberships, then they're not going to see the success.
Okay, so make sure good membership pricing, a gap between your pay-as-you-go and your
Yeah.
memberships, and show value for that.
Yeah. So if I was like, and the more commitment you're getting from people, the bigger the gap. Like, I'm in the fitness industry for 11 years, and we have a 50% gap. So 20 euro drop in, and our top tier membership is 10 euro per class. It's actually slightly under that.
Okay.
But they're subscriptions, they're renewing every month. But if you're doing just a single pay as you go, it doesn't need to be that big. But 2-3 euro would be a good example, or 14 euro down to 12 euro, or buy 10 get 2 free. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the type of things that you're looking for
But keep
on
the
that.
but keep the maths simple,
Very
so it's very
simple.
obvious for the person
Yeah,
that they are getting value for the membership.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That would be number one point.
Okay. What else?
I see a lot of people having too many options. One of the I see people having more membership options than they have classes.
Okay.
So if you have one class a day,
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 a week, you really only need one option, max two. Like, you don't need to have people having to decide between whether they go to one class or the other.
So why is that a problem for people? So if I have 6 memberships, why does that matter?
Well, first of all, you have the paradox of choice. People have too many choices in this industry. They won't make a decision. Like, there's studies on this on ketchup bottles randomly, where if
Yeah.
you have three options,
Yeah.
and if you have three options, they'll pick normally the middle one.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll come into the next topic in a second, but they'll normally pick the middle one. So have a bottom tier, middle tier, and a top tier. But two options for starting out would be really, really essential. Don't give people too many choices, or else they won't be able to make a choice. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I see too many options, I'm like, oh, I don't know which one's best. And then they might have to contact you. Make it really simple for them. So, like, drop in classes, let's say 14 euro, 5 for 60, which would be 12 euro, and then 10 for 100
Yeah. Yeah.
would be. And I would be doing it, if you're doing it by yourself, it's 1 or 2 classes per week. Do you get what I mean? You can work out the day. So that would expire in 35 days for a 5,
Yeah.
and then 70 maybe for that. Depending on, I don't really advise people who are doing things by themselves to do subscriptions, because subscriptions, they're locked into that subscription.
So for people who are starting, pay as you go, credit pack, bundle, subscriptions? What's the
Yeah.
difference?
Well, a pay as you go, the wording of this is different for everyone. Like, so we have bundles, people call them bundles, credit packs, or whatever. We just call it a single payment memberships, which is a single amount. You pay a single amount for a certain amount of classes over a period of time, full stop. And
Okay.
a subscription is the exact same, but you're just subscribing to your second block. It's
So
as
from,
simple as that.
so from a business perspective, if I can get subscriptions, I've got that guaranteed revenue every month.
Yeah, it's great, but you have to understand that sometimes people get sick. Do you
Okay.
get what I mean? And then so for people who are individual people, like, I've been in the doing this for 11 years, and we have coaches who coach there. We've missed 2 classes in 11 years, and we've got like 8 or 9 classes a day in
Okay.
2 different locations. So if you're willing to pay the coaches to make sure that you never miss a class and it's never on the members, subscriptions are great.
So if you're starting out
Single
by
pay.
yourself, you're opening a studio, yoga, Pilates, small gym, starting
Single
out,
pay.
maybe don't jump to subscriptions,
No.
wait till you grow a little bit, can hire a coach or have a backup coach that you can use when you're in your
100%.
holidays, and then look at subscriptions for your revenue.
Down the line, if you're covering that,
Yeah.
covering all those bases. But start simple. Like, don't complicate things. Keep it, like, if you see it a lot of the times, people have 12 different classes and 6 different memberships, and you're like, why are you complicating it? Like, do the basics uncommonly well. That's what we try to do at Wunderbook, keeping it really simple for people to book and pay for the events. That's it.
Some people, when they're starting out, they're nervous, they want to get revenue in, and there kind of be a tendency to give a really, really good deal, like unlimited memberships, because you want to get customers in. Like, you've paid the rent, you've signed a lease, you've an empty gym. Like,
Yeah, that's great.
It's hard.
Given I don't mind doing a founder's option if you want to do something like that, where they give them the best value. But you've got work. I fucking hate unlimited options.
Okay.
I made a mistake like this myself in the gym, and we did an unlimited option. We pay our coaches, let's say, €5 per person that shows up. This person came 36 classes in the month, and she was on the unlimited option, and it worked out that she was getting the classes for €3.50. So I was paying this person €1.50 to come to my gym. So I was negative equity because this person was. So if I kept doing that, so there's always a mathematical way to work that out. You get what I mean? Unlimited is, I see it sometimes with the sauna industry that they do an unlimited option. I'm like, just work it out. You can actually almost add more value by not going unlimited, which I'll talk about again later on when we talk about those options.
I'll go back to say, you mentioned something about a founder membership. Because I think I'm starting out, that sounds. So what do you mean by a founder's deal or membership, and does that last forever? Like, what is it?
Well, you could, again, go back to that subscription model. It's like, you can make the decision on that. I would normally do a founder's membership, would be the best offer for that. Or you could even do your regular offer and do a 20% discount.
But is this for like the first 10 members, 20 members? Like, what?
It depends how you're established. If you're established with coaches and you're going to do subscriptions, then it can be forever. Like, our rule, I know I've been on loads of courses where they tell you that you should up your prices and up everyone's prices, but I reward the people who commit to my gym and stay there for the longest. They stay in the same rate as long as they keep paying their subscription. If they decide to drop off and go off for a month, I'll drop their membership gets dropped, and then they're on the new rate.
Okay, so if somebody joined your gym 10 years ago and they've never broken their membership,
same rate.
They're paying the rate from 10 years ago, and then newer members like me,
who drops his membership all the time.
I'm paying an extortionately higher rate.
Yeah, well, like, inflation happens again. I'm rewarding the people who commit to the gym and who've been paying for the years over that. You know, so that's our rule. Again, there's argument to say that not to do that, and everyone should be on the same rate, but they've been there for longer than you. So
okay, so there's kind of good tips in terms of keep your pricing simple, not too many of them. Watch out for unlimited.
Yeah,
things kind of pitfalls. What else in terms of how you describe your memberships? Is that important?
Yeah, it is important. Not really at the start. If you only have 1 or 2 memberships, it's not the end of the world. What way you do it, but you can do stuff to, I don't really like the word manipulate, but trick people into buying higher tier membership. So
incentivize.
Incentivize. That's probably a better word. But we have, like, so in our, if anyone watches this from the gym, they'll be like, I'm not going on the top tier membership. But we have 3 memberships. We have, and it used to be 8, 12 and unlimited as well.
Yeah.
We got rid of that. So 8, 12 would be, so we do it every 28 days, which is also 13 payments a year, as opposed to 12 payments a year. And we do 8, 12 and 24. So 24 is effectively our unlimited option. So how does that work? We also call it beginner, intermediate, advanced now. We don't call it what it was.
Okay.
8, 12 and 24. So now, as opposed to buying 8 credits, which was what it used to be, people are on the beginner's membership.
Which is two classes a week.
Yeah, but nobody wants to be a beginner forever. So they start off on that, and then they move up to the intermediate, which is 12 credits. Okay, but then when they see the price jump between that, which is, there's a €20 jump between each one of them memberships, they look at 12 credits and they go, for double the amount of credits, now I can get 24, not unlimited, because unlimited is exponential.
Yeah.
But now they have 24. So you can see now why unlimited and actually 24 is actually more valuable to us, because they can see they get double the amount of credits from jumping to the same price. So we've now selling more of our top tier membership, which is our advanced membership, which is once every day, and it has a value on that.
So what people might be inclined to do is kind of go, well, if 2 credits, two classes cost X, and then 4 is Y, you just double them.
Yeah.
Whereas you've done it slightly differently, which is trying to show an incentive to buying the top tier membership.
100%. But you have to come off the beginner. Nobody wants to be a beginner. There was other
Yeah.
people wanted to call it a different name, which is like, we won't go into the names of the. You're a shit. You're a shit. But the other one is we did with this yoga and Pilates is like a simple one. If you have 2 memberships, is I like Pilates and I love Pilates.
Okay.
It's like it's only a small thing, but like it could be like
Yeah,
8
yeah.
credits or 12 credits, and goes it taps into that psychological sort of mindset, going, oh, do I like Pilates or do I love Pilates?
Yeah, actually, one customer, she has a rock star and legend.
Yeah,
And she puts it up. So it makes it fun.
it's also a bit
yeah.
fun, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like going, and yeah, you can sort of. That's what I'm saying. Like without doing any marketing, like it's doing your marketing. Same with the membership pricing stuff. You can get people. You can do your marketing by your wording. Like, do you get what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
I like
give me an
Pilates,
example. Okay,
like
yeah.
that
Yeah,
rockstar
yeah.
thing. I like, or beginner. I don't want to be a
Yeah.
beginner forever, so I want to be an intermediate. Then I get double the amount of credits. So that's marketing in my opinion, but I'm not doing anything.
So I think like probably 90% of people just call it 3 per week or
Yeah.
4.
If you
Actually,
have-
but put a bit of thought into it.
Yeah,
try and make it seem more frightening.
if you have one membership,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't really matter. 8 credits is 8 credits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Two a week or 1 week. But and also like the timing of how long you give people to use it. Like I've seen someone who created a membership of, and it's 365 days. You're just devaluing your product by doing that.
Why?
Because why don't I just buy it? I can use it whenever I want. The whole point of a membership is you get that person to come back and they get a discounted rate over a period of time that they use those credits.
Yeah.
Whereas if I have a class that's €20 and I give 10 credits and they can use it in a year and it's €100, then they're getting they're getting the classes for €10.
I remember one, I think it was a yoga studio, and she did a really good video about this. And because people are saying, look, I want more time to use my credits.
Yeah.
And she just came out and did a really good Instagram post with, look, no, because you're coming to my studio to improve your health. And if you're going to use 10 credits over 4 months, then that's not really, you're not getting any real benefit from this. So I'm standing my ground and saying it's 10 credits. You have to use them over 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, like ours.
And if you don't want to do that, fine, go somewhere else. And that was a
It's a good
clear
point.
move. And I thought she was backing herself and the value of what she was doing.
100%. Well, so like if people are on our advanced membership, not everyone uses those 24 credits. Like 90% of the time, they might not even be able to use the intermediate amount of credits.
Yeah.
But do you get what I mean? They're committing to the gym and they're coming back every 28 days. Like, do you get what I mean? So it's really important that they come back, and we can track that and we can look at that, and then you can be contacting those people going, okay, your membership expired, and like we have a on our system where it flags the people who drop their memberships, and you might look at their membership and you might be then going, I need to contact that person and get them back into the gym, or they only came 2 times. It's like, and we get this a lot with, like what you're saying, is someone on our 28-day cycle, it's like someone goes, oh, I didn't use my credits, can I carry them over onto the other thing? No, I can't carry my mortgage, or if I go away for a week, I still have to pay my mortgage.
Yeah, take a break from your car insurance because the car's in the driveway. Yeah.
So you still have to pay these bills, but you get what I mean?
A lot of people in the yoga and Pilates industry use terms as a way of structuring their business.
It's up there with my most pet peeve of. We have it on the system, which is was annoying for me to set up, but I absolutely hate the word terms. Unless you're doing something like a handstand workshop where one class leads into the other, leads into the other. I understand terms when you don't have a booking system that does it all. A term is like, I buy 6 classes and I'm locked into those 6 classes
for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah. But the thing is, these people have more than one class on, and they're trying to lock people in. One, it's a barrier for entry, which I hate having barrier for entries to get people into the gym. It's hard enough to get people in anyway.
Why is it a barrier for entry?
Because if I come halfway through the term, I can't get in until the next term.
Or I might even see, if I see it on thing, a 6-week term, I mightn't even contact the person because I think it's too late.
100%. And that's what we're always trying to do, is trying to make it as visual as possible for people to come in and see your schedule, because there's no point in someone ringing you. People don't even like ringing people to find out about the membership.
But what about, say, the argument that, look, I'm doing it's a yoga block, and this 6 weeks we're going to work on a certain skill.
So you can't.
And the next 6 weeks we're going to do the next skill, and that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, that's literally the only time I can think about it actually making sense. But it doesn't. For most of the people, they come from the term. Why do they do it when they're at home? Because they don't want to do the admin. Wonderbook does the admin, or any booking system, doesn't matter what it is, does the admin for you. So you don't need the term. You can sell a 6-week block. Anyone can come in at any time. And you can also then sell the pay as you go. Because normally what happens in those terms is people don't show up on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then they have a free spot that they could still fill and get another €12-14 for.
So unless it's something really specialized, like a prenatal class or something like that, where it has to be very controlled and over a period of time.
And you want to get
But for anything else, there's no real reason that you have to do a term.
Absolutely zero, in my opinion. I understand them in those instances, but 90% of the time when I'm talking to people about doing terms, they're coming from no booking system. They're getting inundated with messages. They don't care what time they call. They could send them a message at 8 o'clock. I'm going to, on a Sunday, 8 o'clock on a Monday morning, I'm not going to make the 9 o'clock. And they're inundated with those messages. And that's the whole point of the booking system. It's on 24/7. It looks after all those for you. If you have a membership, the price changes to book. Really simple. You buy the membership and it counts your credits for you. It's all done automatically
Takes the
for you.
admin away.
And it's free.